Hello, beautifuls. Hello, hello, hello. Get set up here. Ooh, here we go. Yay, we're here. Many blessings, many blessings. This April, my favorite month, my birthday month. Also, spring for me is one of my favorite seasons. I love them all, but you know what it is. Hello, hello. We're here. We're alive. I'm going to probably take a little time to just sip some water. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Just make sure I have everything nearby that we're going to need today for our reading. So let's all take a moment now and just drop into our hearts, drop into our bodies, drop into this moment. So, however you'd like to say that, however you'd like to do that, taking a few deep breaths. Fully arriving here and now. And opening to receive exactly what it is that you are meant to receive on this day, for this month, the divine reminders, the messages, the insights. Nakia salahiata ko ushrapuara kianatia. Angasia la sieta tu ushroku usuapash. Feels so good. Feels so good to connect with the heart, and especially in community spaces like this. Even though we're not all seeing one another, we can see our little names. We can see our names in the chat. We can feel the energy. And it's so palpable and so powerful when we connect to our hearts together. So thank you for doing that. Hi, Amara. Hi, Serenity, my niece. Hi, Peter. Hi, Raymond. It's so lovely to have you all here. If you're here, say hello in the chat. I'm going to be giving a few updates while we drop in on the offerings and services that I have for this month. Oh, y'all, I'm always so excited when this time comes around because the spring, what springs within me and what is meant to be birthed has been literally cultivated, and I've been holding it for like 9 months, like it's been my baby. So I'm very excited. So, one thing that y'all know, if you don't know already, though, we have a monthly soul support group. This is called the Soul Resident Support Group, and myself and Esther Joy run this support group. We've been doing it on and off for probably a year now. And we are also offering a lot of other offerings when it comes to light language. So, this support group is a space to receive light language, to practice light language, to be in community, to converse, to have discussions, to be in practice and meditation. It's 1 hour every single month. If you're a member, you know you have a discount that you can join. But if you want to see all of the information, it's down there. And that is on the 20th of this month. So if you'd like to join us, we're going to be really dropping into the energies of this month within that space, within that group. So the next thing that I'm excited to share with you is that I am finally opening some online womb circles. I've been holding women's circles in person for over 3 years now. Y'all know, if you've been with me for a while, that I've held circle online as well, but it's been a very long time. And now I'm really feeling called to hold 4 new moon circles over the next 4 months to really nourish and care and love our womb, and to offer a lot of insight and teachings and wisdoms that I've gathered upon my own journey, and to share some poetry to really drop into just deep rest and nourishment for our womb. So if you are feeling called to be a part of that space, to learn so much more about the energetics of the womb and just everything that is involved with that, and Yeah, integrate more of this connection and this line of communication and reclamation of power with your womb, then definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. That starts the new moon for this month, which is April 27th. Alrighties. And then I have one spot available for energy medicine sessions. This is something that I've been doing for my clients for a little while now, and it's picked up quite a bit. So I am only offering 2 sessions for 2 people every single month. So I have one spot available. This is going to be the full energy medicine session. It is distant, so we don't hop on a call. However, you get a full week of support and a 45-minute call a week after the session so that we can ensure the work is done and we can really ensure that you have proper energetic hygiene moving forward. So, mm, there's so much more, but they've got, another month to ruminate, and I'm excited to share with y'all. But those are the updates for this month. If you're curious in being in supportive space with me and the community, and yeah, today we're going to go through our general reading. I have some insights and messages that are coming from Source, Oneness, the universe, and also Mother Earth, Mama Gaia Pachamama, and the elements that was definitely coming through as well. So, not anything super specific from any type of different star system, but there is like this beautiful message of connection here that is such a lovely reminder. After we do the reading, we're going to chat a little bit, and then I'm going to offer some light language and I'm going to pull you guys a card from our self-care oracle deck. So if you'd like to stay longer and you're here live, stay longer and you can have an opportunity to receive some light language reading, transmission, and an oracle card to see what kind of self-care you can offer yourself at this time. Uh-oh. I have this little cedar and it just spilled on me. It's okay. Cedar everywhere. Alrighty, so let's get into the overall energies and messages for April of 2025. If you are here, let me know, say hello, and make sure to like the video and subscribe if you aren't already. And yeah, let's get into it. So, the first message that I was excited to share with y'all was this vision. Immediately as I tune into this energy, there was this vision of I want us to kind of like imagine when there's like a duck or a bird wading in the water and they're like swimming. They're swimming in the water and they're just gliding along the water like a still lake or something. And there's always like this trail, this stream that's behind them. And so I was seeing that stream and it was just rainbow streams, but it was moving up. It was moving up the water, the further away that the animal gets, that the duck goes, the more that the water expands outward into like these ripples and into these like rays almost. So I was seeing this rainbow stream and rays just moving upward and along, and they were just radiating and rippling out in such a beautiful way. And immediately, what this reminded me of is this this prophecy and this belief, and really to me it feels very deeply seated in my heart, and it may for a lot of you as well, of remembering that we are of one family, that we are of one people, that we are of one light, of one source, of one love. And this idea of the rainbow being that representation of the returning, the bringing back of community in relation to humans, in relation to our connections to the spirit, to Mother Earth and the elements. And so this rainbow stream was really just inviting back that truth that we are here to thus raise the bar, if you will, to really return back to not even just ancient ways, but yeah, this deeper embodiment, this new level of embodiment of what it means to exist and coexist with the earth. as multidimensional beings. So it's this rainbow path, this rainbow bridge, this the rainbow people, if you will, um, that are coming through strongly here and are really being called upon within this month. Those of us that may consider ourselves, indigo children, those of us that may consider ourselves light workers, those of us that are healing and doing such beautiful work with their own medicine and essence and connections. um, you are all being called upon in this month deeply. There's a deep reminder that, yes, we are all one people. And to return to this sense of consciousness. And all of us are here to really be a part of that. Hi, Dylan. Yes, Rainbow Warrior. Yeah, the Rainbow Warriors as well. Like, really being called upon to continue the work that you're doing here, to continue inviting in the light, and this light, being whatever, however it is that you relate to it. It could really be, the source, God, oneness, the universe. It could be this warmth. It could be this unconditional love. Continuing to let that in and allow the radiation that happens from you, what is emitted from you, like those rays coming from this rainbow stream, to just move naturally as they will. This has been a huge theme in a lot of the videos that I've been recording that you guys will see over this month, but about really honoring your natural flow. And I think water shares that so much when we are not, polluting it, when we are not disturbing it, when we are not damming it and stopping it or redirecting it, when we fully allow it to flow where it needs to flow. It knows, it holds memory. And we can continue to charge that with what is in alignment, um, with this truth that we are of one love, that we are of one light, that we are of one family. And when that comes up, recognizing, the darkness that arises as we allow that to continue to be seated, as we allow ourselves to continue to walk that path, to continue to walk along this rainbow bridge, to hold that level of connection and medicine and connection, who we are. So there is a message of recognizing the yin and yang, and that these are part of our conscious experience here. And that doesn't mean that you need to expect an opposite to always occur, but it means that you get to honor the darkness and honor and integrate the darkness as it arises, to allow that natural flow to be a part of that darkness. Water has many phases, right? We are not just the liquid form of water. We may freeze, we may, evaporate. Um, we may turn into many different forms. So we get to honor our flows within this, and not necessarily need to continually create stories or to feel like we need to have it all together, which I feel is a part of the trauma and the programming that we've had from colonization. So really bringing ourselves back to these ancestral roots of being, of timelessness, of truly honoring the power of our connection, of our listening, of our presence. Our presence is so powerful. When we can really allow ourselves to be present, we are then offering ourselves a moment to let energy move, right? To let our emotions move through without needing to create stories. So that comes into another message of clearing and cleansing. So this is on a really gentle level. The wind is doing this already as we move and transition through seasons right now. Yes, it's spring here where I'm at. However, there is still so much transition happening, and we can see it on many different levels. Like, the winds here have been like where I'm living, it when the wind comes, they come, okay? They arrive. They take over, and it's beautiful. So the spirit of air is really coming through to remind us of the constant change that is occurring, to remind us to embrace that change, to then thus once again ride the waves of these changes that are happening. And something interesting um, that came through, especially in connecting with the earth for this month, was to balance the elements within, particularly the fire element. So, what we associate with the fire element, that may be, anger. There could be just a lot of fiery energy in certain organs or aspects of our energy or being, you know. Fire is often within the human psyche, I feel, the more suffocated element that eventually needs to erupt like a volcano. We push it down so far, or some of us feel like it's the one that is always overactive. It's something that we're really used to stepping into, this anger or the fire inside of us. So, this fire is a really needed and powerful source and element of energy within us. However, there is an imbalance here. So, this is kind of a reflection that we can take upon if you feel like you fall into either of these categories, is to balance that fire. And a lot of that can be done through movement, through, every single spiritual practice that you know of can be intended and shifted to really focus on where you are feeling that excess, or where you're feeling deficient, or maybe where you are swallowing up your own inner fire. Your fire is needed at this time. And the wind energy feeds the fire, right? So if we are in excess and we have this major spirit of air coming through, like, it's going to throw us over the edge, right? It's going to completely put us out. We're going to burn out. So really allowing ourselves to ground with the earth, to really connect with the earth, skin to skin, body to body, fully and completely, every single day. It's there's no excuse anymore. There are ways to truly ground and connect with the earth, to support you and assist you and teach you how to really balance that energy of fire within. And remembering that this is a general reading, this isn't, for everyone. It is for the collective. So take what resonates, leave the rest, allow it to be a reflection about what is coming up at this time. And the fire is also very much associated, like, with our passions, with our connections to our ancestors, with the stories, with the memories that we hold. Um, so much related to our hearts as well. So if we can allow ourselves to remain in connection to this part of ourselves, we are able to receive the codes of remembrance that are within us. And I wrote down, the codes of remembrance are held at your center. So if you feel like you are searching outward, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Work with people that remind you who you are. Be around people that remind you who you are, that continue to redirect you to your heart, and to hold you accountable for that, and can support you and hold you in that process. But yeah, continuing to build that relationship once again with yourself is building that relationship with your ancestors, with your body, with your heart, with your soul, with your guides, with all of your connections, with the medicine that you hold within your essence. So, honoring that, another message that came through was remaining light even in heaviness and darkness. And I think this really also relates to that element of fire, and the honoring of the yin and yang is that you can hold both. So, if you are in a phase of moving through deep shadows and triggers, or in a phase that just seems very dark, that is very humbling for you at this time, know that you can move through this with this energy of forgiveness and allowing and acceptance. It doesn't mean that you let yourself drown in it, but that means that you trust and have faith that the process is for you. I was like, why did I pause? What was the word I was trying to find? The process is for you, the path is for you. The energy knows where to go. Emotions are just energy moving, right? It means to move. So we get to allow the space for that to occur. For we all this, are the space that it gets to express. So, yeah, remain light within that. It doesn't mean that you need to remain positive. That can be very helpful. Um, but that means that you get to hold a sense of faith, hold a sense of trust in the natural divine order of life. And yes, this does take a level of connection with the divine, a connection with the earth, a connection with source, a connection with your own heart, having some sort of anchor within you, which that should feel pretty, pure. It should feel of the purest anchor that you can hold. And it's something that we get to recultivate. This isn't something that, we all of a sudden are like, oh, yeah, I remember that's totally fine, whatever. Like we have beliefs and programs and that have manipulated us to see these sources of energy and the divine in our path in very specific ways. Some of it very divine and a part of our path, and some of it has been distorted. So all of that to say is that you get to welcome your experience because it is of divine order, and you are a creator. So you get to choose how you navigate things. Um, And we get to be so much more specific and open to what that navigation, um, where that navigation can take us. The energies that we are moving towards, that we are magnetizing in our lives. So, all of that to say is that don't settle, okay? This is not the time to settle. If you feel like you are settling for anything, let this month of deep change allow you to see that and see how you can shift in your own energy to magnetize and move toward what is truly in the deepest and highest alignment for you. Okay? So don't settle. If you feel like you're like, "Oh, this is fine. It's okay. It's okay." Okay. Move forward. What happens after this? Maybe you're at that point in your life. Um, and this is more so for those that are feeling the sense of transition, the air moving through them, like showing them, or maybe they've recently experienced some big transitions in their lives. This is the opportunity to really allow the air and your breath to do exactly as it is meant to. And once again, don't settle within your own mind. This doesn't mean necessarily like a physical big change and things like that. For some people, maybe, but it's very much within the mind, which is once again coming back to that message of clearing out and cleansing the mental chatter and the clutter and everything that we may be holding up in the mind that is not bringing us into deeper presence, right? Everything that arises within our lives, just a reminder, within our bodies, within our emotions, within, our visions and our sensations and our thoughts. It's all information, right? This is all information. And not all of the information is going to be held and dealt with and seen and worked through in the same way. So this is where presence and you really connecting with your own center and your own heart is very important, because then you can really be open and curious to how it is that you can help yourself navigate what may be in alignment, what may not be in alignment within your own energy field. So do not neglect your body, your energy, and your inherent connection to the earth. That's the message here. Do not neglect your body, your energy, and your inherent connection to earth. So, for those of us that have been kind of like, I'll be fine. Okay. This is that reminder to seed into that reality that you can nourish all of you. And you can allow this inherent connection with the earth to be a part of that nourishment. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Yeah. And as we continue to really connect back with our center, like I wrote again, tune into your soul transmissions. Tune into them. They're coming through. There's information always flowing through you. It doesn't look and it doesn't come through as always this. this huge grand gesture, you know? Recognize those programs or those belief systems that you may have that circle around how information is supposed to come to you. It's through your senses. Okay? It's through your senses, your higher senses, and you get to be available to it because it's going to be unique to you. You know, a lot of us may have a lot of similarities, but at the same time, as souls, as light workers, as rainbow warriors, as those of us moving through our soul's journey with the earth and with humanity at this time, we all have a frequency to share, and it is of the most natural essence that we hold. It is our most authentic self. So, continuing to drop into that. Um, can really help you recognize and see, you know, and honor your own path and your own soul transmissions that are coming through. All right. So yeah, we're in a bunch of there's flow here, and there's also change here, and there's also an invitation to experience the abundance of life, to experience the abundance that is all around you. April abundance. So experiencing that, um, and another thing about experiencing that is really reclaiming all of you. This There's a couple cards that came through from my Sacred Cycles deck, one of the being about rites of passage and initiations. And those of us that are in that transitionary phase may be experiencing a bit of an initiation or a rite of passage. And we've been through many different rites of passages within our lives, whether we are reaching a milestone, within our age, or you know, when we've hit puberty, when we receive our period, when we are you know, stepping into adulthood, stepping into womanhood, into manhood. There are these rites of passages and initiations that traditionally would be honored and celebrated and held space for. But for some of us, they can be very traumatic experiences. And they're not necessarily, with culturally, at least here in the United States, something that is honored and that is taken time for. You know, we don't necessarily create those spaces for it. So there were these big messages that were coming through about like, come out of the cave, share your voice, express yourself. And I feel like these are messages that have been coming through for a little while. And I even wrote like a little arrow going pointing to the celebration and the realization and the rewiring of these rites of passages and initiations that have caused some bit of trauma. So for those of us that have feel like a lot of anxiety, that may feel a lot of nervousness, that have a really hard time, you know, whether it's on any sense of our bodies, energetically, emotionally, physically, feel like we're having a hard time, you know, bringing that out, allowing ourselves to fully embrace it. Yes, it takes practice. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes you continually exposing yourself so that you can get to that place of deeper comfort, which I know is something that I needed. But it also takes you addressing the pains and the trauma that occurred, the interruption that occurred within your experience, perhaps in those first moments that you did share your voice, that you did open up and express your truth, that you did show yourself to the world. And for some of us, we notice that this comes from childhood. For some of us, this may be coming from a more ancestral place. You have the power to meet both. Okay. um, and really allow the rewiring and the love to alchemize and transmute that energy so that you do have a bit of a clear head and mind when it comes to sharing, or perhaps you do actually clear up some of that physical energy that is feels restricting, to this ability to share. So it's both, it's both, it's both, it's both. um yeah. Last message: listen, pay attention to detail. Pay attention to detail this month. Okay. It's for some of us. Listen and pay close attention to the fine print. Okay. Do not settle. Do not settle. Alrighty, so let me see. A lot of yes energy. a lot of grounding energy, a lot of remembrance energy in this month. So, yeah, I'm so curious to see how this resonates with you. Um, so please do let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments down below as well if you are receiving all of these messages and opening up to the abundance that is here for you, for the remembrance that is here for you, for the alignment that you are literally naturally flowing toward. And as you meet, these little blocks, you get to be with them and see them and really go through what it is that they need to actually be, released or transmuted or rewritten. So if you are here to receive, type 444 in the comments in the chat. If you are here and you've received and you are like, snaps, girl, then like the video, subscribe. We do this every single month. I am going to check in with the chat, say hi to all of you as we get ready for our little readings. But yeah, this one felt, maybe it's just me and my it being my birthday month and all, but like, there we go. I have to keep switching my camera. I think that the pay attention to detail is very exciting. I know personally there's been like a few little glitches like that, like my camera program being a little messed up every now and then every time I move my mouse, or like my thumbnails for the lives are always blurry, and a few other things that, like, okay, it's time to like really look at these, and perhaps in the actual reforming of these different systems that I'm using, I can create something that actually offers me so much more flow and ease for not only myself but everyone else as well. Okay, I'm glad that this all resonates. Raymond, you were watching ducks swimming this morning. Amazing. Hello, sure. Hello, Jesse. Spectrum of vibration and alignment. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Okay, y'all. Hi, Fatima. I want to say, I feel like we've been here before, and me trying to pronounce some of y'all names. Hello, everyone. All right, cool. Hi. It's good to see y'all. Ooh, all the fours, all the fours, all the fours. So, yeah, a reminder that we've got our soul resident support group call on the 20th, and we have our new moon womb circle on the 27th. So if you'd like to join, make sure to reserve your spot, add it to your calendar. Yay. Okay, let's get ready for this reading. I know we put 444 in the chat already, but we're going to put 444 in the chat again if you'd like a light language transmission and oracle card reading. I'm using the Sacred Self-Care deck, so we'll be doing that. Something else that I'm doing today is assisting in a fundraiser for my book, which I'm going to give you guys an update right now. I'm personally still working on a seller's license so that I can get it out there. I made this book in tandem with a foundation called BIPOC Support Foundation. And so I've been sharing the book in the schools in San Diego County in California. And I've created like a 6-week, 6-session program for elementary school kids. And eventually we're going to go into middle school as well. So I've been really busy sharing the book in person to students and children. So that's kind of been where the focus has been. And I know that everyone's like, I want to get a book for so and so and then so and so and so and so. I'm still working on it. I'm working on like getting all the little kinks here and there. I'm also in the process of building a business right now. So it's been a process, and there's been a lot of transitions, but I just want you to let you know that, like, that's something I'm working on, and I'm really hoping, like, I can get it and have it all done by May. So I'm just manifesting that so that I can send you guys some books and you can share it with your families and schools and teachers, because that's the big that's where we want it to be, is with families and in school, so that we can really regain that connection to the elements in the earth, while offering ourselves and our children some tools that they can always be reminded of, because the elements are everywhere for mindfulness and emotional regulation and stress management. And yeah, so today, after this, in a couple hours, I'm probably going to go on live with Plague Pals. um and I can share the link with y'all. But they play games, they do fundraisers, and I've gone on a couple times to talk about mindfulness and play some horror games, which is really fun. Um, but yeah, I'll be there helping with the fundraiser, and I'll share the link in the community tab once I get it, because I don't have it right now. But I believe it's on Twitch. I think it'll be on Twitch. All right. And then if y'all have any questions, um, please do put your questions and stuff in the chat. This is also very much an open space to talk about what's been coming up. If anything at all when it comes to this month right now. All right. So let me see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Received. Yay, yay, yay. Amazing. All right. So Peter said, I sense a lot of gray shadows in the collective, appearing like some sort of afterglow of all the changes. Yeah, the wind's like picking things up. And we had the eclipse as well, um, which I know that a lot of people are also feeling like everything's kind of been brushed up. And this is something that happens within these eclipses. So very interesting. Yeah, very interesting to see that occurring. And this is where, like, this reclamation of our power and our connection to source is really, really powerful. Um, mm, and yeah, we do have the power of this connection to help, for those of us that do this work. I want to say, for those of us that are actually called to, like, help the darker entities and the shadows, and um, yeah, these energies that really just want to go back to source, just want to go back to their original light, to help them find their way, the distortions and things like that. So, yeah, for those of us that are meant to do that work, like, get on it. We're here, we're doing it. I know I am. I felt called to that since I was a really young child. So, um, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. And then, so 444. So numerology is not something that I'm deeply knowledgeable about. Um, but I actually, hopefully, I'm going to be sharing a vlog very soon, sharing this woman's work. Her and her partner created this holistic reading that brings together numerology, human design, like human sciences, and something else that is escaping me, but I'm going to be sharing, like, a lot more of this on a vlog. And I received one, and whoa. And I even had a call with her, and she was sharing so much about, like, your year's number, and that was also very, very resonant. But as far as the numbers, I know that many see them as angel numbers. They're here to be guides, they're here to be reminders. So when we see them, depending on the way that you create your own reality, because that's really what we're doing, they can offer you a sense of energy. And for me personally, 444, it's almost like, I even wrote it down. Let me actually find it. But a lot of people really associate 444 with, like, that stability energy, which is really interesting. Some people see it as like this change energy, even though I kind of feel that with number 5. So each number really has its own energy code, and when it's connected to other numbers, it also creates other energy codes as well. So that's a whole nother thing that we can drop into um, at a later date. I've had conversations with people, and utilizing numbers and number codes is very, very powerful. That I've written here with 444, for me, it's a reminder to anchor in deep into trust. So anchoring into trust deep from my core, that really resonates me when it comes to that number. So that's going to look different for other people as well. Um, but yeah, as a child, I always thought 2222. So incredible. Yeah, and it just like it brightens your day once especially when you start seeing it, just notice how it makes you feel. Notice what you're thinking at that moment. Those are all really good indications. I like to see this experience so much as a play. So, yeah, I use it as like, what was I just thinking? What was I just doing? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? Yeah. Okay, let's get into these readings. Yeah, I'm excited to share that with y'all. I got I think it was 80 plus pages of this beautiful report, and it shares the entire year. And gosh, they've been so sweet, so absolutely sweet and supportive, like since last year. And I'm just so excited to share that with y'all. Ah, so excited. All right. So, Sikia la po ora kiam. So, first we have, oh, sure. I hope I'm saying your name right. If you think I'm going to butcher your name, just put the pronunciation in the chat to save me that explanation. So, sure. Um, Feel free to take a breath, and this is for everyone as well. Whenever I call upon your name, you can set any intention you'd like, or just be open to receive what it is that you are needing at this time. Any messages, any attunements for this month of April of 2025. So, Assure, here you are. Miru. Maki iya kokua papawashim. Gapoa la tierra ia sarahi ikia la tiana nushu kuara kia kiam. Agia la satia natu ushrukum. Ambekia la sia tato rokoa na shiera kia na tiam. Angi ia sarahiam. Mkua. Okay, so sure. Interestingly enough, you've got some fire energy here, some releasing that gets to happen here. And so this is called the burning bowl ritual. And remember, this is coming from my self-care deck. So these are like little reminders of self-care that you can offer yourself. So if there's any type of releasing ritual or ceremony that resonates with you, it could be the burning bowl, which can be very powerful when done with great intention. Um, this may be a really supportive and loving practice for you at this time. And this also I'm sensing doesn't necessarily need to be of release either. It could be of manifestation, right? So you can also do this ritual in what you are intending and manifesting at this time. Embasi alakia tatu ushrakia pepi arahia takian alasia takamosh alasia takamosh rahi ia katia alasia tako ushrakia. They're saying pay attention to your posture, especially when it comes around like the back of your chest, the back of your heart. Akia la siata kia raku u shirokua tapia la tia, and not collapsing in the lungs either. Like really just bringing your breath there, your energy there. Pukua sarahia la tia rakua sarahia. I know this is very specific, so I'm curious if it resonates. Ambua sarahia la kia ta tia rakua shirokua. To just like for revitalization, like a lot of that energy of revitalization is coming through within that transmission. So, yeah, sure. There you go. I'm curious if this resonates with you, what this brings up for you. Maybe you have a completely different kind of like connection with that, but yeah, super curious. All right, all right, all right. Now we have Nancy. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Okay, taking that breath. Mm. Kiruru. Paki sarahi kapala sia takunuku shrokupupu anatian agiela sia itati giela sia tatiti agu usarahi la tierra kumu shrahia takiana sia la tierra kumu arahia sarahian adiela kanasua alayara kuroko shirinkane kia da kumu kamoga sia da kora kia paata. Your card is take a walk. There's definitely like some energy that wants to move downward, especially from like your hips, and more so your hip joints. So, kind of like that femur and hip joint. Very specific, but like energy gets stored in our joints. All right. So, take a walk. If you're able to, like, I don't know what the vibe is with the weather, but if you're able to really see if you can connect your energy with the earth in some way through your feet as you walk, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, like maybe taking moments to do that, just to help with that, like continuation of energy and cleansing and balancing that gets to occur here. Oh, I could just like more serejía like yeah. I can just see like it offers like a sense of release and opening, like especially within your root chakra at this time. And guía la siete cura kia satya. So Nancy, I'm curious, how you doing? And yeah, if this resonates. Looks like such a nice walk. I love taking walks. We love that. All right. Next is Jessie. All righties. Taking that breath. Ambasi y Tatiana ku usuru kumush. Kumushuku shuku 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 shuku. Ambi I rekiana kum. Amaku sakiala I kie kuku shuku 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 shuku. Ankipu shikimbu 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 shikia papiela kumush. Pupush push 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 kura kiara kieta tian. Katiana tian. Kanatiana tian. Atiata ko u shuku kapiara kian. Ashuku pupua serahiata kian. Aku hu. So Definitely a message that there's toxins being released right now, or that get to be released right now. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Continue to hydrate yourself. And without that, there can be so much of an overload of information or energy, especially like within the head area, the crown, and the third eye. So continue to hydrate, continue to utilize your breath and your natural flow to really allow what is moving through you to actually move so that you can have deeper, groundedness in your body and yeah, and so you're not feeling like too much. Kumuashirihia makia la siatati arakia na kua ango uasa, ungo uasa, ungo uasa rahia latian. There's like a lot of like expansive energy. So the hydration is needed. So here you go, Jesse. Let me know if that resonates, what comes through for you. Happy hydrating. All right. We have Jana next. All right, here we go. Boku esemia takian. I wonder if you guys recognize that. Immediately as it was coming through, I was like, this is from The Lion King. There's like nourishment energy, like nourishment, spring energy coming through for you. Creating a little sweet treat, making yourself something nice and nutritious, something nourishing. I love the word nourishing when it comes to food rather than nutritious. Yes, it's nutritious, but it's nourishing. And then we have make a vision board. So this is like, yeah, like new beginning type energy. Dylan said it sounded like the Halo soundtrack. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah. So there was like, yeah, some energy of really tuning into like your imagination and this like new beginning energy. Ambaki la sieta kumu shurahia takian. Anahia la sieta ku urak papua. Akipala sieta tiara kiano u shuraku u sapia tatian. Angia la sieta kiara kia. So yeah, it seems very, like, exciting and fun, but also, like, there's, like, a little bit of, like, a sense of grief there for maybe this past you, or maybe you are grieving someone or something in your life. Yeah. So, there you go, Jenna. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have exotic conception. Exotic conception is next. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but you let me know. But you are next, sis. Let me fix this once more. Take a breath. Okay. nakia siotoko sharahi iatanakia. Nakwa. Nakwa. Okay. Hmm. Okay. We've got 2 cards for you. All right. We have hydrate and sex. So this is talking about kia natua raisieta kia la kia seroku shurokua sapia la tiara kia sieta kumua shira kia nourishing um, your waters, if that makes sense. So nourishing your waters. Akia la sieta tua rakia pashi rakia la sieta kia natush upu shapu shapu bakia la sieta rihieta kia natua, nourishing your waters, nourishing your sexual energy, your life force energy. Ambia serakia la kieta tua shrakua rakia tatia la sieta ga shrakua, your creativity as well. Amia serakia tia tia, your ability to experience pleasure within your life. Akia rakia serakia takum ugua serakia la sieta kiama atia rakia sotuosha ambua serakia la tia. Fill yourself up with love, with nourishment. Akia la si takuarikia. Allow yourself to like really, even like the beginning of that transmission was just like, whew, I feel like there was like a lot of bliss energy. So this is really really calling upon you to let yourself, um, yeah, get used to experiencing within your life within this month. So yeah, this pleasure, this idea and feeling of pleasure within your life, filling up your own cup in that sense. So there you go. I'm curious if that resonates at all. I think I go in the chat. Gotta go in the chat. Okay. Okay. All right. Next is Dylan. Here we go. Here we go. Bandu, 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 Peki siki sarahiana tush. Makia sadiana dotun bakua natian. Anehi sarahia takia sarakum. Andia lakia andasia taku no shoab. Amakia lasia tatian gua. All right. Connect with fire. So I feel like this is very in connection to the overall energies that we're experiencing this month with really, nourishing our fire, but also balancing this energy of fire within us, connecting purely with these teachings and what it has for you and what it shares for you at this time. So there you are, Dylan. Connect with the fire. And I know that you're going to be doing this quite a bit on your travels. So that's very exciting. This is like a very nourishing thing for you right now. So there you go. Alrighties. We'll do it. Actually, let's see how many more of us we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to get to Raymond, C. Travis, Peter, and Cosmic Wisdom. And we have Julia and Moon Afra as well. in Fatima? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see who we get to. Because of course, I'm the person that's like, let's get to us all. But I've got about 15 minutes, so we should be able to do it. Let me just take a moment to look in the chat before I move on. Wonderful. So glad it resonates, everyone. Jessie said, this is the last month I've been feeling more tired, yet more stability. Ooh, yes. Getting to understand more of the shadows inside, I thought was my mind my whole life. Getting used to that energy. Getting used to that energy can move fast. Yeah. Can shift fast. Yeah, definitely. Wonderful. Rose water, let's go. Exotic Conception says, yes, dear, I was just having a conversation about feeling irritable for some of those reasons. Okay. Dylan said, fire is the only element that has stayed pure with the human experience. Yeah. It's the element that you cannot pollute. Definitely. Amazing. Yeah, the purity within. Thank you all for being here with me and receiving. Okay. Raymond, you are next. Taking that breath. Makuha serehiyet again. Isakian Ushukua. Okay. Ooh. Cultivation. Cultivation is a word that was coming up. And your self-care task is journaling. Connecting with your own soul through journaling, cultivating energy. There's like a cultivation that's happening right now within your energy, and just like continue to nourish that, to learn and to be open and curious. Guia Lacia journaling may be able to help you and assist you with that, provide you with some more insight on that as well. So there we go. Perfect. Takia Sarahuatia. So there you go, Raymond. Alrighties. See, Travis, you are next. Good to see you. Shimria. All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm not sure. Okay. I feel like there's one more for you, so give me one moment. Yep. Okay, we're all on similar wavelengths, of course. How could we not be? We're all here. Ani siriki natu ushrakiamapuam. Ani serhieta kudura piala sieta kianatush. Ambura kiala sieta tian. Anututushu. Atia serhieta kian. Hashu. 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 Sokosopoa. Asurururururururu. Asukukuku shororororoa. Apuera sia. Angutu tu su. Gusharahia takia. It's interesting, like this energy of like what is not serving you or supporting you, like kind of like going down like this spiral drain. Ooh, like just like coiling or uncooling all the way down and away. So you also have connect with fire. Connect with the element of fire. Let the fire teach you. Let the fire hold you. Let the fire hold you. Let yourself cultivate and nourish your inner fire. And then, sweet treat. What can you make yourself? What can you make yourself this month? Create a sweet treat. Something super nourishing for you. What will that be? So these are the two opportunities that you have. And let me know how you feel and if this resonates. Alrighties. Hi, Esther. Oh, yeah. You came at the right time. Cultivation. Really weeding out the weeds and setting the ground for the good seeds to grow. Beautiful. Raymond said, I felt a click in my lower back as if a blockage was being released. I felt the energy flowing more freely. Beautiful. Beautiful, wonderful, yes. There we go. Here we go. Okay, Peter, you are next. Bakia sarahia tato noku sokwam. Ambia sarahia taku no shurakua. Arahi ikiana kua sapian. Asia taku shurakua nokua atiera kiana tua shurakian. Yesotoku shurakia mapua. Akia la sia tatiana ko ushrakumus. Como sarahia tan isakushu. Your self-care opportunity is to sing. To express from your heart. So much of like this energy of like really allowing your voice to rise from your heart. Knowing that the roots are there. Within your heart. This is also like that playfulness energy that's really coming through, but it's also really gentle. There's a lot of like gentle energy. Like your guides and the earth are really like, we're here, we're taking care of you. Very like grandmama energy. So there you go, Peter. It's so sweet. So sweet. Okay. Cosmic wisdom. You are next. God, I gotta stretch on my mouth, smiling so much. Is anyone else smiling a lot right now? Is it just me? Okay, cosmic wisdom, taking that breath. Amasia dakian. Okay. You guys, cosmic wisdom, this card flew like a plane, like a paper airplane. Makua sarahii takia nakua. Andasia la sia naku ushurukua sarahia dania rakia natua. Anesia rakia datiosia. It's like this energy, like you know that you need this. You know that you can manifest this, that you can make this happen for you. Masia la tiara kuasa tiara, everything is falling into place. Guru. Hakia basir, hakia dasia da go ushrahiatakum, ambia sarahianatia, emesiata tiana, etia lasiata usrako papia. Yeah, take that in. Oh, your sweetheart. You sweet heart. Your sweet, sweet heart. Let it receive that. That's soothing. And there you go. I'm excited for you. Oh, yeah. Alrighties. 2 more. Julia. Julia, Julia. Hello, hello. Take that breath. Oh my goodness. And dia sarahiata guru shukwam. Makia rakia sarahu ushrukumu sarahi ialatian. Abaki sarahiatakum. Ukua sarahi I takianakum mukua satianatia. Like immediately I want to like massage my head. So maybe this is an invitation to give yourself like a face massage or do a little like roller around your face. Amia satiarakia, like really to open up your sinuses. Is what I'm hearing. Maku'u srahia tatu kuamapia arasia takian. Andia sraku'u srahia papian natian. Aku'u srahia lasia. Alasia natian atoku sukwa. And this card came out twice for you, Julia. I thought the first time I was like, okay, hold on. Like this card just came out. And then I did it again and it came out again. So parehia la sieta kono hua sherian. Amo ugu sukua papian. Adi uru. Plan a vacation. Start planning something. Plan something for yourself, Julia. This is the time. There you go. There you go. Sakia na tiupuan. Na tiampuan. Lots of soothing energy there as well. And we have Munafra. Take that breath. Okay. Angia sarahieta sharahieta kian. Arahia lasia, arahieta ku. Amapua, 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 amapua. This calling to open your heart. I'm almost seeing like in like even like in the body, but more so just like in the energy. Iakia sarahi la tierra kumu sharahieta kian. Ambus sarahia la siata kia napua. Hangia sarahia dakua. Ambu sarahia latia lakia popuru. Uplifting of your energy. The cards that came through for you was pleasure and sex. So this is the opportunity for you to really come into sacredness with your body, with your being, with your energy, with this energy of pleasure here. And oops. Anehia sarahia lakia tatua, areshira kia natia takia, arakua sarahia tia tia, embracing the blossoming energy that is moving through you and allowing like all of these experiences to be completely sacred and intentional in what is blossoming into your life at this time. And look at this 444 right here, this deep trust in your heart, this deep stability that you are manifesting right now, the deep pleasure that you get to reclaim again and again and again for yourself. Powerful. Thank you. There you go, Munafra. Okay. How are we doing? How are we feeling? It's about that time. Yay, confirmation. More time for your creative space, Maria. Yay, so happy to hear it. Everyone, you are so welcome. Cosmic Wisdom said, yes, I've been thinking about Jamaica a lot. Yeah, I was just going to say Esther. She's got family, possibly moving back there. Wow. Okay. Card with landing promotion. Oh my gosh. So funny. Jesse said, I feel all of these transmissions in my solar plexus and heart. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Julie said, wow, thank you. I've had about a headache the last couple of days, always looking for an opportunity to escape my mind. Mm-hmm. You're so welcome. Thank you for calling my energy beautiful. Manafra, wonderful with all the stars and the butterfly. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Well, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for being a part of what we're moving through as humanity and connection and medicine and our connections with the earth, with each other, with all beings and all life. We are really reclaiming that. So let's just take a moment to fully take a deep breath to allow these energies to ground. Inhales, grounding your energy. Exhales, just settling and relaxing at your center. Great thanks and gratitude to Source, Great Spirit, Oneness, to all of our guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors, our higher self, our hearts, our bodies, our minds. Our wombs. Thank you to Mother Earth, Mama Gaia, every single being that has been here at this time. Thank you for the spirits of the land and ancestors of the land that you reside on now. Ambi sarahia lakia tatu shroku sarahiateam. Ambi sarahia takia ato sharahia popua. Angi sarahia. Thank you to the fire that gets to teach us throughout this month. Thank you for this shifting of seasons, to the element of air, for this change and this natural movement that is occurring within each one of us. Thank you to the waters that we get to hydrate ourselves with, to Allow what gets to leave and deepen into remembrance of our truest and purest and most loving of our soul's essence. Thank you to the earth. Thank you to the sun for growing brighter and shining on our days. Thank you all so much. I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you next time. And I hope to see you soon. I hope to see y'all in these community spaces coming up, remembering that we have links down below for everything. So, yeah, thank y'all. This has been lovely and beautiful. And I'm excited to dive into some reflection and go be with the earth. So, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.